All right, guys, let's talk about handling social pressure. I've written pressure here with the goose eyes because it's not really pressure, is it? It's just what you make it. All this pressure that we might build up, it's all built up in here. So you need to reflect on, is this actually a big deal or not before you even consider it a problem. But let's get into it. The strategies, because I've done a lot of this. Everyone who knows me knows that, oh well, yeah, he doesn't really do much. Now I'm better at it though. I love to do stuff, but when I'm zoned in, it's like, no, I don't want to do this. No, I don't want to do that. When I started out in the gym, I said no to almost everything. So in the end, I ended up not getting invited to a lot of stuff, and I didn't care because the mission comes first. So what is your mission? My mission was to, build a solid body, to look good, to feel good, to be strong, right? That was my mission. So that comes first before anything. It's like non-negotiable. This has to be done. Okay, yeah, we're going on a skiing trip. You want to join? No, I have to train. Like this was the level I was at when I was like in that zone. Now I would probably have taken the skiing trip though, because like building muscle would not have been like the biggest issue right now. But let's say right now I have to get this done, maybe it'll lead up to a fight, right? It's just one day, come on. It's just one day of training you miss if you join us on the skiing trip. No, I have a fight. Someone's gonna die and it's not gonna be me. This is mission focus. Strong values means to recognize, okay, this is what I accept, this is not what I accept. When it comes to me, I don't accept weed. I don't accept it at all. If I see weed, I leave. Easy. I remove myself from the situation. I don't want to hang around with weed smokers. We're going to get back to this. But you find your values. If they don't align, you don't join, okay? If it's religious stuff and the stuff that in question does not align with that, then it's no. Comfort in solitude, I don't mind being alone. I don't mind saying no. I don't mind spending, lonely nights, lonely evenings at the gym, and neither should you, okay? There's no better feeling than knowing that you do something that most people won't. When you're on that mission, when you're on that grind, that's a great feeling. Okay, absolutely phenomenal feeling. So just learn to be comfortable with being alone, because most of the times it will be quite lonely. I don't like loser activities like weed smoking, as I mentioned. I hate that stuff. I've never done any drugs in my life. Never, except for, the, what's it called? Paracetamol when you're sick, stuff like that. I hate this stuff. So if I see anything or if I'm close to anything that smells like fucking weed, I remove myself from the situation. I don't want to be around that stuff. Like loser activities. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, really? Like, if that's a question you have to ask yourself, then, it's a loser activity. Maybe it's a video game, like you bring all your computers. That's fun sometimes, but I mean, it comes to a point where it's like, what the fuck are we even doing here? you have to think about this stuff. And what I always do, this is a big strategy here. Let's say we're going on a trip. I want to make sure, or let's say we're doing a skiing trip, because in Norway it's so popular to like go on skiing trip. You do a few hours only in the slopes, and then they go out and just drink all the time. And I fucking hate drinking. Absolutely, I fucking despise drinking. So then my strategy would be, okay, I'm gonna bring my own car. I'm not gonna ride with anyone. I'm just gonna bring my own car, because if I, just want to remove myself, I have the opportunity to actually remove myself from the situation. I'm not stuck anywhere. I can just take my car and fucking leave. And what this can look like for a more urban environment is like, can you take the bus home? Can you take the train home without without having to rely on anyone to remove yourself from the situation? It's very important to be self-reliant like that, and not being held up by people. Oh, I have to wait for this guy because he's my ride home. Like, that's not the optimal situation to be in. All this pressure, it comes from just the no not being strong enough. So how do we create a strong no? First of all, this is really important. You don't apologize for saying no, okay? Do not apologize. It's not like if anyone asks you, are you drinking tonight? It's not no, sorry. It's just no. Do not say the word sorry because you're devaluing yourself. You just say no. You don't apologize for not doing what other people want you to do. That's not how we do it. We just say no. I mean, that doesn't mean you can't be cordial about it. It's not like no, It's not like, like a pissed off guy. You just, no, thank you. No, thank you. Just like that. Easy. So you don't beat around the bush. You don't make any excuses. You're just like, oh, well, this happened, so I can't today. You just say, oh, no, thank you. I'm busy. People respect direct feedback. Real people do. The only ones who don't respect like direct feedback, no, if you say, no, I'm busy, real people will respect that. The people who will be like, oh, what are you busy with, huh? What are you busy with? These are people you don't want to hang around in the first place. So that's an easy way to just recognize that. And then you can just block them. Much simpler. But you want to remain neutral and cordial. So you just, like I just said, you just say, no, I'm busy. And then that's it. It's not, you don't have to be happy about it. You don't have to be like angry about it or anything. You're just like, no, I'm busy. Casual. Build your body, okay? This is an easy way to say no. It's going to help you with your confidence. Just build your body, and then you can say no to whatever. Because you're on that grind, It's very easy to start saying no. You'll build that confidence. Some do's and don'ts. Do not do this. They're important. As we mentioned with apologies, don't apologize. I just want to repeat that again. Do not apologize for this. If two people, this is something Jordan Peterson said in an interview. I remember it's a really cool example. If two people say that your lunchbox is stupid, it probably is. What this means is that because social pressure, right? You shouldn't give in to the social pressure. But let it be known that if the majority of people tell you that, let's say, everyone says that my fucking sweater is ugly as shit, though. This is a nice sweater, though. Look at G. Then it probably is a piece of shit sweater. Most likely. And I can choose to just ignore that and walk around with a piece of shit sweater in public. But I can also just choose, hey, maybe they're right. Since everyone is telling me, okay, this is a piece of shit sweater, I can, maybe look at that and go, okay, did I make the wrong choice here? Should I go return this? That's allowed. That's allowed. For stuff like that, though, when it comes to like people who say you shouldn't go to the gym, fuck them. Go to the gym. And don't go all lone wolf, because you need people around you. You need good people around you, too. All this lone wolf, all this hoodie on, villain arc, winter arc, all this bullshit, that doesn't exist, okay? That's loser shit, okay? You can be zoned in and you can have good people around you at the same time. It doesn't have to be hoodie on and just grinding all alone. It doesn't have to be that way. Lone wolves lose, okay? Lone wolves lose. So you need to be with good people all the time. And if you want to be around good people, then join my community, okay? Everyone there is leveling up. I'll put the link down below. Never say you're too tired. And we talked about apologies. Too tired, it's probably worse than apologizing, okay? Because people, unless you're hanging around with low energy people, then saying you're too tired is such a low energy statement. It's a fucking excuse for whatever you want. So you're using it as an apology. Instead of using an apology, because you're so afraid of insulting someone, you just say too tired. It's just something you go back to. The reality is you don't want to be there because, there's weed smoking going on. You fucking hate that shit because you're a G. You don't say you're too tired. You say, no, I'm busy. No, I don't want to go. You don't say you're too tired. You don't make any excuses like that. It's like an apology. Don't do it. Put people on mute. This means, this is something I've done recently. All my IG stuff goes in general folder. Almost anything. If anything is urgent, if anything needs to be seen to, then they are in the primary folder. Everyone else is a general folder. Or I put my phone on mute. If I have, projects going on with people, they're probably going in the primary folder so I can respond quickly. Okay, this needs to be done, this needs to be done. But if not, then it's in the general folder. Because on IG, then you don't get the notification usually. You can also just turn off notifications if there's any app. If you're using Tinder or Bumble or whatever, you can just turn off the notifications. Don't let these chicks distract you from your fucking grind. But, right, this is something we all find ourselves in sometimes, some dilemmas. Someone is doing a ski trip. Maybe you're some of the people you hang around with, and since some of the other people you hang around with are also doing a ski trip. Which one do you choose? You want to go on both ski trips, You can't amputate your leg and join both at the same time. That's impossible, or you can try at least. You got the invites, right? They invited you to the ski trips. One did it before the other, and you said yes. What do? Well, you honor your yes. It shows character. It shows character. I've had done to do this a few times. I always choose the one I said yes to first. So what you can do is just not say yes immediately. That's a good one. This depends though on the dilemma. I mean, it's not like, oh, my father is sick and there's a skiing trip, and the skiing trip guys asked me to go first, so therefore my sick father, he can't, he needs help. Of course I'm going to say yes to that instead, not going on the skiing trip. It's not like that, but you get the point with the skiing trip and the skiing trip. That's a good example of it. Now, if you have two options on the table, then what? What the fuck do? You have skiing trip, but you haven't said yes to it yet. You just got two messages at the same time from different people. Skiing trip, do you want to go? You can choose to say no, because you're in the gym, you're grinding, you're doing your business, you're doing whatever. Or if you want to go on a ski trip, then ask yourself this: which people are the ones you want to hang out with? Which people resonate with what you want to accomplish? So you can mix in the mission here. And which people reflect that? Because you are the people you hang around with. That's one way to filter out which decision. But the most important part of all this is to let people know your decision. If you have social pressure in that way, and you chose skiing trip number 2, let skiing trip number 1 know that, hey, I'm really sorry, you guys invited me both at the same time. Or you can just, you just can say that and just be cordial about it. Don't just ignore. You can choose, of course. If they're losers, then just ignore them. And then just say, hey, I have to go with these ones. I'm sorry, next time I'll probably join. Thank you. Thank you for the invitation still. Really appreciate that invitation. This goes a long way. It's a privilege getting to be invited to some of this stuff. I have not been invited to all of this stuff, mainly because I just said no to everything. But this is funny. So that might be but that's good, because that might be a consequence if you choose to go down the road of just saying no. Just know that after a while, people are just gonna be like, yeah, well, he's busy. So, yeah, well, we don't even see him anymore. He's like a mythical creature. So that's, something to take note of. But entirely possible. I swear, in the end, though, if you keep your head down, you'll probably come out on top. But don't fear this stuff either. Don't be like, this should probably have been in the do's and don'ts. Don't be like, if I do this, then, my gains over the next day is gonna, you miss one gym session. That's okay. That's okay. Don't get that, stuck up in it, because I'll tell you what, this is something I've had to realize in the hard way, I guess, because I said no so much, is that if you don't know, if there's a new experience on the board, there's something new to experience, then you should go for it. Absolutely. And I'm not talking like in a hedonistic way. Oh, this new type of weed, because weed fucking sucks. Weed is for losers. Then don't go like, yeah, I want to try. Like all these people saying you need to experience life. They're all, you know, bunch of idiots who believe in all this hedonistic crap. But if there's like, oh, a skiing trip, and all you do is you grind out in the gym, and then you get an opportunity about skiing trip. You have never gone skiing, or you want to have an exciting experience like that with friends, have a good time, then go for it. Because you'd never know, this is the thing with experiences in general, you never know what you might, you know, find out. But you know what you'll find out if you just stay in the gym. Yeah, you'll do more reps, you'll keep growing, but you'll know. And living in the unknown is much more fulfilling. In the end, that's where you get your wisdom from. If you just keep your head down, you're gonna get no wisdom. You'll get knowledge about training, but you get no wisdom. And I mean, if that decision, that experience turns out to be horrible even, then that's still wisdom. And you're gonna learn from that. And you can pass that on. You can learn from that in the future. So the next time someone asks you to go on a skiing trip, you say no. But hey, in the end, it's totally up to you. Make sure to not create any more pressure than there actually is. An easy way to just relieve the pressure is just to say no. Social pressure in goose marks or whatever it's called, this thing. That's it for this video. I think this was a great video. Don't you think, guys? I think this was a great video. Comment down below what you think. Join the community. And yeah, take care and God bless.